everybody's moving beautifully. There's an element that a lot of folks are leaving out in their play that might be really useful, which is that as the guy's swinging in and coming around, that you do the hand change and you back up a little control. So that now as he's coming up, saying, I think I'm going to give it a little pause. And changing hands on the fly. All the hand changes back up again. Pretty useful for you when you start getting pumped up. But we forget about it. We get all fixated on, oh, I want to make him go down, which is great when he goes down. It's wonderful. But sometimes you don't want him to go down. Sometimes this Aikido kind of stuff, very useful. But not throw it, just to sort of kind of suspend you just for a moment until I'm ready to get rid of it. Also, the concomitant of that is taking it off making the neck lock, which is a little more severe form of the same thing. And that's very useful. Just controlling the low back here is very useful. Controlling from the outside and in the tenkai, useful, without having to do this part. So you want to kind of get very comfortable with slipping to the outside and just pushing the palm to the palm and getting a little control here. Because that's extraordinarily useful. Say, oh, he's coming up on that side. I make him go here, and then he has to pause, and I get more time. Cool? The backward coils can get useful, but don't seem to be quite as control mechanism. They're not as good as the forward ones, as far as I can tell. So a little Aikinagi action and a little Tenkai action, and you'll give yourself more breathing room. Cool? When they get pumped up on you, well, you might be in a damn dog pile. Oh, the guy's on you, and this guy's coming, and he's getting on you too. These are great opportunities to check out your feet. What's happening down here? I want to see what kind of shoes you got on. If they're coming up your back, you may wind up in hip throws. In Judo Koshiwaza, hip throws are very useful too when things start pumping up. And if you fail and you get pumped up and they get you, they got you. It's okay. Don't take it personally. I promise. If you go long enough and you got enough people on you, you'll get got. Or the only way to not get got is give up quicker. Say, okay, I think my intuition's saying I'm going to get got here eventually. I think I'm going to go have some water now. Excuse me very much. And that's another way out. That's always good too. So you don't have to get got, but it's okay to get got. You have my permission to get got a bunch. Okay. Cool? This is overwhelming chaos. And if, again, you're finding it unpleasant, or it's too difficult, or you're not getting the success you're looking for, what do we got to do? We got to go back and integrate more. We got to take a step back and probably do the stuff leading up to it until the integration starts happening and you're finding all the different parts coming out of the game. So everybody's moving nice, but then you didn't quite have the hand change stuff happen. Most of them. A few of you were. But most of you were getting hung up on not doing hand change. I wasn't seeing any real control up here. Useful stuff. You have this guy's neck. Pretty much. Very useful. He starts turning under you. Say, okay, well, come on over here. Over the neck. And his spine. Very useful tools. His arms are still flailing around. So you got to be a little careful. This is better. This is a little worse. But when you control the neck and the spine, and you shift from side to side from behind, like what is that damn kata in judo? The airplane thing. Itsutsu and Ju. These very strange mechanisms of being hooked up and linked around, and Ju kata, we have some of this stuff too, where you're just controlling without getting grip. Your hands, back to what Jack said, your hands, when your mind gets locked into gripping, can really kind of mess you up. So if you grip, like to make a body drop throw, just grip for a moment. Be conscious of how long that grip gets involved. Because if you're doing, he's coming at me. There's a little grip, and it goes away. You don't hang on. If you get all hung on to it, yeah, it's pulling me right down on my head, and everything gets clumped. Because he can grab two. He might well be. You play with that as well. So just a little grip, enough to give him a supported fall, but not so much that you get hung on for the long ride. Okay?
Like the Big Ten?
It's a lot like the Big Ten. Exactly. Like the Big Ten, but not hanging on for dear life. You just have a moment of control as they get in the air, and a moment of control to give them the pleasantness of a nice fall, but not so much that you go in for the long haul. Because again, we don't have time. You've got to deal with the next guy. You've got to deal with the next guy. So you only have a moment to spend on this condition. This is just requiring your subconscious to get a little more efficient with your application. Cool? Okay. Wow, I talked too long. Sorry. Okay. Well, back at 2:30. Thank you. Nice. Nice work. We got some super glue we can fix.